Hi everyone, it's Sophia. So today I'm doing a highly requested video about kind of my health and fitness routine. So obviously before I get started, I want to start with a disclaimer, which is I'm not a certified nutritionist or dietitian or personal trainer or anything like that. I'm just an average person who has a vested interest in living a healthy lifestyle. I also do want to say that I'm kind of sick today, so please excuse what's going on over here. I just really did not have any more energy to do more than what you see. So please bear with me, but I figured I might as well take advantage of the fact that I'm home today and I can actually film in the daylight as opposed to filming at night, which you all know I hate. So, as far as my diet goes, I do kind of want to give you guys some information. If you don't already know, I am a vegetarian. I was actually vegan for 2 years before that, and then for a little over a year now, I've been vegetarian. Now, just to kind of define the parameters of what I, consider to be vegetarian, because there's so much fluctuations from vegetarian to vegetarian. I define myself as a vegetarian who prefers to eat vegan. What I do eat that makes me a vegetarian is I do love cheese. I will eat pastries and such where there's egg baked into it, or other dairy baked into it, as long as I can't really taste it. So I'll eat something like a cupcake, but I won't eat something like French toast because it has too much of an eggy taste. And that's just a personal choice. I made the decision to become vegan and vegetarian because of health reasons. I just did a lot of research into the factory farming industry and slaughterhouses and such, and I made that choice for my personal health. I am by no means judging you or telling you what you're doing is wrong if you're not a vegetarian. It's just a personal decision that I made based on my own research. And I think that's important for everyone to make an informed decision about what you're eating, whether or not you choose to be vegetarian. I just mean in general, and more so than just understanding what's a carbohydrate and what's a protein, how many calories and how much fat are in everything you eat. I think it's also important to understand, minerals and vitamins, how, certain foods will affect your physiology and metabolic systems, how that's going to help your lifestyle or hurt your lifestyle, all those kinds of things. I think it's really important for you to understand, because ultimately what you put in your body, that's something you're going to have to live with, and more often than not it will have long-term side effects, and you want to just try and make sure they're more on the positive end of things as opposed to the negative end of things. As far as my diet goes, I do try to eat as healthy as possible during the week and then give myself more flexibility to eat what I want during the weekends. I just think that's important for sanity. No one's perfect. No one can eat healthy 24/7. I mean, if you can, that's great, but personally, that doesn't work for me. So I'm going to show you guys some clips of what I actually eat during the week, just because I know, especially since I'm vegetarian, some people just get curious about what vegetarians actually do eat. So I'm going to show that to you and allow you guys to kind of get a peek into what my diet looks like. Hi guys, okay, so I'm just going to show you what I have for breakfast and also for lunch, since I pack my lunch every day for work. So for breakfast, I generally like to have granola with some kind of fruit. So right now I'm just eating this low-fat granola cereal with almond from Trader Joe's. I just look for stuff that's low-fat because granola can tend to be high in fat and also high in calories. I don't drink dairy, so I just have this organic almond milk from Pacific Company or Pacific Natural Foods. And then I always like to slice up some fruit. Generally I like to use blueberries, but they didn't have any at Trader Joe's yesterday, so I just got some strawberries, organic ones. Strawberries are the one food that you really should spring for organically, because they grow so close to the ground and they absorb so much water. So if there's pesticides in the water, they can very easily become high in pesticides. So if you're only going to buy one thing that is organic, it should be strawberries. So I have that for breakfast. Sometimes I have oatmeal too. I generally just like a carb with some protein in it, just to keep me full. So it's about 8 a.m. right now. I'm going to eat this as soon as I finish filming. And then around 11 I have my mid-morning snack. I like to have nuts of some sort or trail mix. Right now I'm just having cashews. I do like to eat the roasted one, not the raw one, just because it has a better flavor, but I always try and find stuff that's either unsalted or low in sodium, because just sodium is something you should watch out for. So then I eat that around 11, and then at 1:30 to 2 I have my lunch at work, and I just bring it in a Ziploc container, and I like it because this one has a snap-in lid for the dressing, and so everything just stays together, and you make sure that your food, sorry, the strap is there, the food doesn't get all soggy in between. And just to show you what I put in my salad, I put baby spinach, these shredded carrots, I've been using this Tofurkey, which is like a fake turkey meat for some extra protein, but obviously if you're not vegetarian, you can either use whatever deli meat you like, or, you know, like chicken breast, what have you, what you prefer. And I also put in these dry toasted sliced almonds, which they're unsalted. So again, that's just kind of something I look for. And then just a little pinch of organic shredded mozzarella for some extra protein and a little bit of flavor. As far as dressing goes, I've been really loving this raspberry vinaigrette. Always try and get like a vinaigrette over like a creamier dressing because it's lower in fat and lower in calories. And I love Cholula. Like, I put Cholula on anything savory that I'm eating, anything that's not sweet, I use Cholula. So I just kind of mix these two together on my salad. I don't know, I love it. So after I eat my salad, again, this is like the portion size so you can see it, I have fruit. And so I almost always have organic sliced apples, and then again some kind of berry just for antioxidants. And like I said, normally I have blueberries, but this week it will be strawberries. And then to further satisfy my sweet tooth and some extra cravings, any cravings I may have, extra protein, I just have a chocolate soy milk just to kind of top off my meal. And you guys can kind of see it's 130 calories. It has 2.5 grams of fat, but it also has 23 grams of carbs and 5 grams of protein. So just like stuff like that. As you can see, like, I eat a lot of food and a lot of variety, but it's all healthy and it all has a purpose. There's a reason why each and every one of these things, just besides from the fact that I like the way that it tastes, is in my meal. Like, there's a reason behind everything that I'm eating here. So again, this is just my breakfast and midday snack plus my lunch, and then I will come back later on tonight and show you what I'm going to be having for dinner. Okay, so I just finished making dinner and I made a stir fry tonight, and this is just like Asian noodles with kale, carrots, and some vegetarian like baked chicken. And I'm having a glass of blueberry pomegranate green tea. It comes like this. It's from Trader Joe's. I just try to have something without sugar for dinner with as my beverage. So if I'm gonna have juice or something, I like to have that earlier in the day, just because the sugar, I feel, gets you all wired and stuff and I have to go to sleep. I use the Gardein Mandarin Orange Crispy Chicken, and this you can get at like your normal grocery store, or like Target has it. And then I just got this big bag of kale from Trader Joe's, and this I just cooked a larger portion so I have enough to eat for the next day. I actually think I can eat the leftovers of this for the next like 2 days. But yeah, that's everything. So I'm going to get going and talk to you guys later. I do kind of want to continue on the same train of thought as far as understanding what's in your food. I think that's really important to kind of keep a running tally of what you're putting into your body. I think it's also important to understand calories, and I don't think that counting calories is healthy where you're obsessively like writing everything down in a food journal. But I do think it's important to understand how many calories your body needs, whether you want to gain or lose weight or maintain the current weight that you're at, so that you're not over or under eating. Just kind of keep a ballpark range, and you can find that out online if you put in like your height, weight, whether or not you want to gain weight or what have you, and what your activity level is like. It will generate like kind of a number that you want to be your target, but you shouldn't beat yourself up. You shouldn't beat yourself up about it. You just want to make sure you're not eating like 2,500 calories and you're not eating like 1,000 calories. You should just know what is actually happening to your body because it's yours. As far as my motivation goes to eat healthy, I'm not going to lie and say I don't want my body to look a certain way, because that would be untrue. But honestly, my genuine motivation is my long-term life. And what I mean by that is I understand what I eat now in my 20s is going to have an effect on how my life is in my 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, etc. And honestly, if living healthy and eating healthy foods had no effect on my weight, I would still continue to do so just for long-term effects on my lifespan, because so many families now have heart disease and cancer in their family history. I have both on both sides. My mom's sister, my aunt, actually recently passed away from cancer, so that is a very real concern for me. And doing things to try and avoid that outcome as much as possible, that's something that I'm actively trying to work towards. I try to eat organic as much as possible, but that's not always accessible or affordable. So I actually went online, and you can find kind of the breakdown of if you're only going to buy organic, what is the most important things to buy, and you can easily research that online and kind of figure that out and see where your money is best spent buying organically if you're someone like me and you don't have just complete like liberty to buy whatever kind of food you want. I am on a budget, so where I put my money is important. So as far as like my fitness exercise routine goes, I'll be honest, like I have never been someone who likes the gym. I don't enjoy working out, and honestly it's a struggle to get me into a routine, but once I'm in a routine I am pretty faithful to it regardless. That's just my type of personality. So I'm currently kind of still trying to build a workout routine. What I have been doing is using the Nintendo Wii Fit kind of game console, and I like that because one, you don't really feel like you're working out. Two, you can do it from your house, so there's no commute time, you know, there's no, oh, I'm going to the gym and all the ellipticals are full, now I have to wait 20 minutes for someone to be done. You know, it's much easier, and it has a nice mix of yoga, strength training, balance games, and cardio workouts, so you can kind of mix and match and do what you think is important. My current goal is to work out 3 to 4 times a week and do about 10 to 15 minutes of yoga and then about 30 to 40 minutes of cardio. Anything above that is just kind of a bonus, but that's what my target is. You know, and I'm just kind of taking it one step at a time. If you miss a day or you don't get your 3 target days a week, don't beat yourself up to where you get discouraged and you don't want to go back into your routine. You know, just kind of pick yourself up and do what you can the next week. There's no use in kind of, you know, getting upset over something that you can't change, but keeping that motivation is what's important, because that is what's going to keep you healthy and get your body to the place that you want it to be. I personally look at what I put into my body is what kind of maintains my weight, whereas what I do for fitness, that controls my fat to muscle ratio, the tone of my body, and such. So if I'm only going to do one thing or the other, I'm always going to choose eating healthy over working out, but obviously I'm biased because I do actually enjoy eating healthy. I don't really enjoy working out. But obviously doing the two in conjunction with each other is the best thing for your health. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. You know, I do want to say, if you're like me and you don't enjoy working out, if you're not someone who likes the gym, there's a lot of options out there. If you have the money, there's all kinds of classes from like yoga and Pilates to martial arts where you can get a really fun workout without really feeling like you're in the gym. If money is not allowing you to make those kinds of choices, the outdoors is a wonderful place for you to get a workout because there's all kinds of things you can do. I love to walk Chanel. I generally like to walk her 2 to 3 miles, and by walking, I don't mean like at a slow sedentary pace. I like to walk at a brisk pace, uphill if possible. I like to do things like lunges and torso twists while I'm working out so that I feel like I'm sweating and I'm actually working out, and the next day, you know, my legs are like trembling. That's the kind of thing that I like to do. In addition to walking, you can hike, you can run, of course, you can bike, you can, if you live by a high school, you can use the stadium and run up and down the bleachers, anything like that. If you live in a climate where that's not really permitting you to do so right now because it's too cold or snowing or what have you, you know, you can still do these things inside your house. If you don't have the money for Wii Fit, you can very easily buy like a workout DVD or even find it online and stream it through your computer. If you're watching this video, you obviously at least have internet. You know, there's other things you can do. You can dance around your room, you can run around and dance around while you're cleaning your house. You can do little exercises, which I like to do when you're doing Monday tasks, like when I'm brushing my teeth. I like to do wall sits where you just kind of sit against the wall and kind of come down into a chair position and just hold it until your thighs are burning. I like to do that for the duration of while I'm brushing my teeth. When I'm picking out my clothes, I like to do ankle lifts where you kind of just stand flat and then raise your toes up onto your tippy toes and release, and do that a couple times to kind of help strengthen your calves and your ankles. For me, especially since I wear ridiculously high shoes all the time, it's very important for me to have strong ankles in the event that I do kind of stumble, that my ankle doesn't just snap, that I have the muscle to kind of bring myself back upright again. So stuff like that. Obviously, if you have a pet, I play with Chanel all the time. I don't just sit on the couch and throw the ball with her. I run around and I jump around, I roll around on the ground and get like sweaty and all kinds of stuff to really engage with her for her happiness and also to make my workout more fun for me and easier for me to do consistently. So those are all of my kinds of tips about my health and my diet, my fitness, and everything that goes with that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!